When veterans rejoin civilian life, we know there are often challenges they must overcome.
For as many as 20% of veterans, one of those challenges includes mental health issues or PTSD, and for some it can lead to substance abuse and possibly jail time.
In this week's Serving Those Who Serve, Trooper Steve joins us to talk about some options designed to help those veterans.
That is correct, ladies. We're always looking to help, so research shows there is a link between substance use and combat-related mental illness. As the ladies just mentioned a second ago, that can result in trouble with the law, but there is a special court set up for our veterans that can help them in those situations. That's why I have the Honorable Tina Caraballo joins us right now. Now, Judge, first, thank you for your service. And you told me that you served in the Army.
Yes.
And then I got into it because in my head, I'm like, okay, how's this journey start a little bit? Tell me a little bit about your Army service.
Well, I joined the Army when I was still in high school at 17 on the delayed entry program, and then I went on active duty after graduation, but I was still 17.
Okay.
So I joined, and I was looking for adventure and also for money for education. And I joined as a nuclear, biological, and chemical operations specialist.
Say that 10 times fast. Wow. Okay.
And then I did my basic training in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, then went to Fort McClellan, Alabama, and then I was stationed in Germany for 5 years.
So how long were you active duty?
From 1984 to 1994.
Okay, so your job, and now we're a judge. That's a huge transition. Two amazing responsibilities, but how did we get here?
Well, it was always my dream to be an attorney. I knew from when I was in 5th grade that I was going to be an attorney. So it was a means to achieve an end. The entire time that I was on active duty, I was fortunate to be able to attend school, except for about the year during the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. But other than that, I was able to attend school the entire time. I always knew I was going to be a lawyer.
So when you became a lawyer, it is a big step. Not every lawyer becomes a judge, just like not every reporter wants to be an anchor. So where'd that motivation come from? Because you had to run for an election, and now you're on your second term. How did we get here?
So it was always my dream, as I said, to be a lawyer, and I also am committed to service. The Army really cemented that in me, and I thought that I had something to offer the citizens of Orange County. That's why I decided to run for judge. And in Florida, you have to be an attorney for at least 5 years before you're eligible to run or be appointed as a trial court judge. And then appellate judges, you must be an attorney for at least 10 years.
Awesome. So you have a lot of knowledge in multiple areas, but you focus in that veterans thing. Tell me a little bit the makeup of the court system throughout the state.
So the court system in Florida is really like a pyramid. On the bottom rung are each of Florida's 67 counties has at least one county court judge. It depends on the population and the number of cases that are filed. In Orange County, we have 19 county court judges. So we're the base of the triangle. Above that, each of the 67 counties form 20 circuits in the state of Florida. So the 9th Circuit is composed of Orange and Osceola counties. Then we have our district courts of appeals, which we have 6, and then the Florida Supreme Court.
So there's a nice breakdown there. So being a veteran, you know, it does contribute to every job. I know it helps me do my job here. How's it helped you in your role as an elected judge?
I think it's helped me out tremendously. I did join very young, so it was really imprinted on me, and it really cemented my need to serve and my desire to serve. And it also gave me the confidence to take on any challenge and overcome any obstacle.
So my last question for you, so let's talk about Orange County's Veterans Treatment Court and a little bit, how does that work here in Orange County?
So we're fortunate enough to have a Veterans Treatment Court where we serve veterans who are involved in the justice system. And Veterans Treatment Courts were started in 2008 by Judge Russell in Buffalo, New York, when he observed one of his defendants interacting with his deputy who was a veteran. And he had the amazing foresight and to develop this court, and it spread. In Florida, we have 32 veterans treatment courts throughout the state, and nationwide there's about 623. Wow. So we bring a variety of services in one place to treat the veteran: mental health, substance abuse, housing, social services. The VA works with the program. The county veteran service officers work with the program. It's just a holistic approach to treat the veteran.
Wow. It's amazing just to hear this, because it's not just the jail that preaches rehabilitating. You guys are trying to do that throughout the process. They may have gotten in trouble, but there are different circumstances when it comes to our veteran. Judge, it was an absolute honor
Thank
to
you.
have you
My
on
pleasure.
here. Thank you.